Okay, so here is cost example 2. Again, this is 4.4, chapter 4, systems of linear equations and kind of solving the systems. Here's examples of applications. This is the second day of section 4.4 talking about cost, and this is example number 2. So we're going to set up a system of equations using cost. And we're back here, sorry. Alright, so here's our situation. Lynn went to a fast food restaurant, spent 20 bucks. She got 4 hamburgers, 5 fries. Next day, Ricardo went to the same restaurant, got 10 hamburgers and 7 fries. He must have been hungry. He spent $41.20. Use a system of equations to determine cost of a burger and cost of an order of fries. All right, well, you know what? We need to kind of define where we're going. Use a system of equations to determine cost of a burger, cost of an order of fries. All right, well, you know what? Let's use descriptive terminology, I guess, and say, let's do some definitions. Define, let's see, B is cost of a burger. We could use X's and Y's easily, but we could also use F. B and F, cost of an order of fries. Alright, so this will help us kind of set up our equations. So now we can go through and see what information we've got. We got Lynn going to the fast food restaurant. She spent 20 bucks, but she got 4 hamburgers. So she could say 4 times the cost of a hamburger plus, and that would be in dollars. 4 times a dollar amount is dollars. And you can kind of use some unit analysis as you go along. Unit analysis, talking about is specifically what units are here and what units are here. Should always end up with units of dollars. Anyway, Lynn went. She got 4 hamburgers and she got 5 orders of fries, plus 5 times the cost of a fry equals. She spent 20 bucks. You could put 20.00 as well, but in terms of our equation here, that doesn't seem to make a whole lot of difference if we've got 20.00. So 20 is fine. Ricardo is our second system of equations, or second equation. He went to the same restaurant, got 10 hamburgers, 7 fries, and spent $41.20. So you say 10 times the cost of a hamburger plus 7 times the cost of a fry equals 41.2. And there's our system of equations. Let's see. So what we'd have to do here, we've got 3 different ways to solve a system of equations, right? Graphing, I don't recommend graphing. Number 2 would be using the addition method, or the other one is substitution method. So substitution method probably would not work real well with either of these because you'd have to define either B or F, the variables, in terms of the other variable. And using both, solving for either B or F in either equation would require dividing by some fractions or dividing by numbers that are going to create fractions. So I would not recommend that. So I would just simply say, let's see, I'm going to go to black. I'm going to say, what am I going to multiply by? I'm going to multiply, so I'm going to use the addition/elimination method. So in order to do that, I've got to multiply the blue and or the green to make sure that the coefficients here or the coefficients here are opposite. And even before that, we've probably got to make sure that the blue and the green equation are in the same quote format. So the b's in both equations are on the left side of the equal sign, the f's in both equations are on the left side of the equal sign, the numbers in both equations are on the right side of the equation sign. So that means we can move forward. Let's see. I would say we could multiply. There's a couple different applications you could do, but we try to make it as small as possible. We use as small numbers as possible and as simple numbers as possible. So what I'm going to do is try to multiply, let's say, this one by let's see, 5. How about that? And the reason for that is I'm going to try and eliminate this variable. If I multiply by 5, I'll get 20b. If I multiply this by -2, I would get -20b, and those would cancel out. So let's multiply by -5 here, and let's multiply by -2 here. And we'll see if we can get things correct over here on the right. 4b times 5 gives me 20b. plus 5f times 5 gives me 25f equals 20 times 5 is 100. That looks pretty good. Green equation, 10b times negative 2, negative 20b, and sure enough, when we add these up, that b term will go away. 7f times negative 2 minus 14f equals 41.2 times negative 2 is negative 82.4. So now we've got a system of equations, and all we have to do is solve the system of equations. So let's go in black and see what we can do. We're going to add up, sorry, it's black. Add up these two equations, 20b plus negative 20b, 0, it goes away. Negative 25f minus 14 is positive 11f equals 100 minus 82.4 is 17.6. I think that's correct without a calculator. Divide by 11 and I get f equals 1.6. Is that correct? Let's see if I've got it in my notes here. 1.6, sure enough, that's correct. So f is 1.6 means that the cost of a fry is $1.60 in terms of dollars. So if f is 1.6, now we've got to take that f equals 1.6 and substitute back into any one of these equations. Probably these two equations one of these two equations over here, because these are the simpler ones with smaller numbers. And I don't know, I guess I'd choose blue, Lin, because it has smaller coefficients. 4 and 5 are smaller. 4b plus 5 times f is 1.6 equals 20. 4b plus 8 equals 20. Let's see, subtract 8, and I've got 4b equals 12. Divide by 4, and b equals 3. So there's my solution there. B is $3. Cost of a burger, $3. Cost of fries, $1.60. I'll leave it to you to go back and double check, because I want to keep these videos as small as possible. I'll leave it to you to go back and double check and make sure that the cost of a burger is $3 and cost of a fry is $1.60.